Hello, everybody. I hope everybody is doing well. If you celebrated Christmas, I hope you had an amazing one. And today's menu, we are making seafood peanut butter soup or seafood groundnut soup. Let's get started. I'm using macrofish. It is well washed. I'm gonna season it with sweet chili, all pepper, spices. Yeah, and I'm just gonna bake it till it's well done. I also have my red snapper or my red fish here. I'm gonna also season it with sweet chili spices, and this time I'm not gonna bake it. I'm gonna fry this one. Remember, it doesn't have to be red snapper or mackerel. Whatever seafood you like, just use it. So this oil, I previously used it to fry fish. That's why the color looks like that. If you throw away your oil, that's fine. But I sometimes use it like twice after frying fish before I throw it away. Yeah, so that's why. But if you don't like it like that, hey, just use fresh oil from the start. Yeah, so I fried this fish till it's golden brown. Especially with this part, I really want it to be extra crispy because I'm gonna put it in the soup. So I didn't want it to be like soft because at the end of the day, fish is really soft. When you go into the soup, it's going to be extra soft anyway, but I want it to be extra crispy, so at least it's not gonna like break into the soup. So yeah, I fry my fish to really to be extra crispy, and whatever fish that you're using, make sure you fry it to extra crispy so it doesn't like break right away into your soup. This is the last fish. I'm frying this one till it's also well done. Now let's get to our soup. So in the pot, I'm adding my peanut butter paste. So I added 2 heaped tablespoons of tomato paste to it. I added warm water to it because when you add the cold water, it's really sometimes hard to like mix it easily. Even though it's gonna mix, it's kind of a little bit it takes longer time. So warm water makes it faster when you're using to mix your peanut butter paste. So when you add your water to it, you don't want to make it too thick. When you make it too thick, it usually burns easily. And we are doing this because we want to really cook it to have the oil before we start making our soup. So you see the consistency, it's not thick and it's not that light, it's like in the middle, but it has to be a little watery. Okay, so it makes it easier to cook well and to get the oil faster. So I stirred this till it becomes really like thick, and I lowered the heat and I covered it because stirring it for a longer period of time was a lot of time wasted. So that's how I did it, and you see the oil came really fast. I made sure I lowered it, but I keep stirring it in between so you don't like burn it. And that's it. This is a result we're looking for when I'm making my peanut butter soup. So I transferred this into a different part. Yeah, sometimes the other part gets sticky because we keep stirring and the peanut butter sometimes gets sticky underneath. Yeah, so just to be on the safe side, I just transferred that into a different part, wash it again and add water to it because we're making peanut butter soup, so we want it like liquidy. And even with this part, I probably will add more because peanut butter, the more it cooks, it becomes like thicker. Yeah, but it all depends on the consistency you want it. I'm adding my fresh tomatoes to it, my scotch bonnet pepper, and a large onion. This is really large. I cut it into like half. And yes, I'm also adding fresh ginger to it. So I'm gonna cover this, let this cook through. So the tomato is gonna be soft. Everything is gonna be soft, and I'm gonna take this out, and I'm gonna blend it and pour it back into the soup. So before I blend my vegetables, I'm adding this fresh ginger to it. Yeah, you saw I already added one to it when I cooked the vegetables. But when you add the fresh ginger before you blend everything, it gives it that kick and that different taste to it. So yeah, that's why I added it to it. But if you don't like it, you don't have to. But yeah, if you love ginger, of course, just try it and you will love it. I'm not going to be adding my smoked catfish, or we call it ajene. This was the style of the soup for me because I did not use any chicken or meat. I did not get like any stuff. This was everything. The smokiness of it made the soup really, really good. I love it. And now my big mackerel is ready. I'm adding it straight into the soup. And yeah, everything was fresh and it was so, so good. This is just seafood, no meat, no chicken, nothing. Just seafood. And I have my dry herrings and my shrimps right there. The shrimp is already smoked, yeah. So I took the head off the shrimps and I'm adding it straight into that soup. And you could tell this soup, everything, really good. If you want to take a break from your chicken, your red meat, please give this soup a try. And if you're not taking a break, if you're not in the mood to have like a chicken or red meat, give this soup a try. You will love it. You're never going to be disappointed. You will love this soup. Adding my stock cube to it. I use any seasoning at this point, and then I added a little bit of salt to it too, just to make sure everything is well seasoned. But always make sure you taste before you add your salt, especially when you use any stock cube. And that's it. Our soup is almost done. There's one more thing that we're gonna add to it. Do you remember? Yeah, keep guessing. I know you too. We're gonna add that to it in a bit when the soup is almost done. And yes, look at that. And our soup is done. The oil settles on top. The thickness it is the way I like it. If you want it more lighter, yeah, just go ahead and add a little bit of water to it. But yeah, this soup is done. And yeah, you guessed right. Our red snapper, our red fish has to go in right there. Always do make sure you add your fried fish to the last part, because remember, fish is really soft. As soon as it get into that liquid soup, it's gonna be extra soft. But you don't want to add it to the earlier part, otherwise it's gonna break apart easily. And our soup, it is done. I had my peanut butter soup with my emutsu, that is rice balls, and it was so, 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 so good. Alright everybody, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you learned something new. I hope you give the recipe a try, and I know you will love it. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy this video. Until I come your way next time, this is Cook with Nakie. Be good to yourself, be good to everybody. It goes a long way.